Well, Coach, heading into preseason camp, what's job one for you and your group?
I mean, into fall camp, it's building off of the spring, building off of, obviously the different phases we've had since we got here in January, and excited to get back to, the football side of things, get out on the grass with our guys, and just looking to, like I said, build off of the foundation we laid with spring ball and the 15 practices we had there, and continuing to evaluate who are going to be our playmakers and who are the guys we can count on to play great defense.
When you looked at the spring, what was your main takeaway thinking, okay, we're pretty good at this?
Yeah, I mean, I was really excited with just the way our guys took to, everything that we were establishing, whether it was an identity piece, a mindset and a mentality of how we're going to play defense, or a specific scheme part of it, right? And I think we got great competition on all three levels. I think, we've added some depth where we needed it, and we had some guys really, show in the spring that they were going to be guys we can trust and we can count on. Not one particular group that jumped out more than others. There's really some things that we're excited to build off of, and go into fall camp and then take it into game one.
How is Kobe Albert coming along? I know he missed the spring getting back from injury, but what's his status now?
I'm very excited. Had a great summer, has had great rehab, has done a good job of, because that's hard. It's really hard in the spring when there's football going on, and you don't get to participate. And I thought he handled it well, and showed a lot of maturity. And he's had a great summer, man. He's really attacked it and done well. No setbacks. I'm excited to let him loose here in a couple days.
What are the biggest adjustments that comes from switching to being a defensive coordinator from being position coach, and now you're sort of a lot more responsibility?
Yeah, I mean, I think, my background in being a special teams coordinator really helps with that transition like you're talking about. Having doing that for so many years and coordinating, is definitely a foundation to go from, but there's an adjustment, and it's exciting. It's a lifelong dream, something that I've been wanting to do and work towards for my whole career. So can't wait to get going.
This defense is going to have to replace two star linebackers that have been here, in the program for a long time. Obviously, the group that you work with. What do you like about just the transfers you brought in that group as a whole and replacing Jet and Buki?
Yeah, I'm really happy with where the room's at right now. And coming out of spring, obviously getting Stone, back home has been huge. But you look at guys like John Lewis, who made a transition a little bit to playing more, true inside backer. Has had a great spring and summer, and really the group as a whole. Nick Mitchell, Zachary Tillman's a young guy that has a lot of promise. So I'm excited. Buki and Jet were two great players, and having been on the other sideline playing against them, obviously have a lot of respect for the way they played and how productive they were. But we got a ton of guys, man, that can step up and have a great year.
Coach Levy made the point that because you've been on special teams, you have basically, in his words, the whole team to work with in those days. How does that advance into now being in charge of a whole defense?
Yeah, I mean, it was a great part about being a special teams coordinator is you work with basically everybody but the quarterbacks. I mean, you got O-line and field goal and all, you've got a foundation with the whole team. And so, now just being to just defense, it's, in a way you could say it's easier, and you're working with fewer guys. But no, it's I love coaching. Growing up in it, played for my dad. This is all I've ever wanted to do, and to be able to do it at Mississippi State is awesome.
You've coached under some really good defensive minds, obviously, over your career. I mean, how would you describe what your defensive philosophy is and what you want your defense to look like?
Yeah, I mean, the three main things we talk about are effort, technique, and execution. That's kind of been the core values since I got here day one. Obviously, there's other things that we build on and getting the ball out and create turnovers and all that. But if we can play with great effort, if we can, have great technique and then just go execute, we got a great chance to play good defense. And I've been blessed, like you said, to work for some great head coaches and defensive coordinators and defensive-minded coaches, and to be able to pull from them and all the years has been fun.
Every defensive coordinator loves the word multiple, but if you were to say, giving me the foundation, the building block of what you wanted to do defensively from a formation standpoint, where would it come from?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny how many interviews I've had since getting here in January, and I've had people tell me I can't use the word multiple in describing our defense. So, yeah, I mean, I think, you can't sit in one front and one coverage and play today's offenses. You can't do it. Even if you had, better players across the board at all 11, you're going to get exposed. So you've got to be able to change the front. You got to be able to play 3 down and 4 down, and you've got to be able to change the coverages and the picture for the quarterback. We talk about all the time, if we can affect the quarterback, we got a great chance of having success on defense.
So if you can't use the word multiple, what word can you use?
I don't know. Aggressive, I think, is what I said to you last time we talked. So I mean, we want to be aggressive. We want to dictate things as much as we can. We want to be violent in how we play, and we want to be opportunistic in terms of creating turnovers, getting the ball back. Because if we do that and we get the ball to Shapin and the boys, we got a great chance of scoring points.
With any new staff, first-year staff, you always look to those guys to step up and be leaders in that locker room and help smooth that transition. Who's some of the guys in your mind that on the defensive side that have stepped up and taken on that leadership role?
There's a lot of guys that have done a good job with that. Since January. I mean, DeMonte up front. DeMonte Russell's done a great job. John Liu, J.P. Purvis, Stone Blanton are 3 guys in my room that do a great job. And then on the back end, I mean, you've got a veteran guy in Corey Ellington. You've got Hunter Washington. You've got some guys that we can lean on. Brylo Lanier came in from East in the middle of the year and had a great spring and kind of earned a lot of respect from his teammates, right, about he can be a guy to be counted on as well. So we've got guys at all 3 levels, and there's not just one leader and one alpha, which I like. I want different guys at all different positions.
Roster management is an ever-changing dynamic for you guys. Like on your defensive front, you got a lot of guys who've been here for a while, a lot of JUCO guys at the linebacker room, and then in the portal, you really heavy. How do you take guys with such diverse backgrounds and then form them into one unit?
Yeah, that's coaching, right? That's growing up in the game, playing for my dad. I saw what he did and his staff did for 14 to 18-year-olds. At this level, it's 18 to 22, right? I mean, it's being able to get to know one another and understand that, like you mentioned, everybody's got a different background and a different story. But we're all here for the same goal and the same purpose, and that's been fun to see. That's been fun to establish over the course of the off season, and we've had some fun as a defense doing some different things to continue to band together and know who we're going into battle with here come fall.
With your special teams background, is there any collaboration with Cliff with anything on this?
I told Coach Odom, I said from day one, man, when I walked in the office, I said, make me do something. I'll coach the dang right guards on the punt team or the left wing on field. Don't think that I want to be standing around, because I love it. I've obviously done it a ton, and I lean on him to tell me what to do, and I'm fired up to do it.
What stands out just about him and what he's done so far?
He does a great job. I mean, he's done a great job of bringing energy and establishing, the right mindset towards, the kicking game, and he's a damn good coach, and I'm excited to see how our guys play.
If you have to describe scrimmaging, practicing against Coach Levy's offense, what would you call it?
Fast? No. It's obviously it's great for me in my first year coordinating to be able to go against it every day and to be able to have to think fast and operate quickly, but also understand how we're getting attacked and what the answers are from our end. So Lev's done a great job everywhere he's been. Obviously we had a great year together at that other place in 21, and I'm excited to be working for him.
Have you decided, will you be on the field or in the press box this year?
It's looking like down on the field. Just in my, the way I'm wired and my past of always being on the field, I think that's probably where I'm going to be.
How has it helped you to have a guy like David Turner that's stuck around from these previous staffs and knows Mississippi State football?
It's been awesome, and working with DT, you know, he's one of the best in the business at you know, producing D linemen and does a great job with our guys, and you know, he's humble, no ego, no nothing, you know, for a guy that could have a big ego if he wanted to, right? I mean, he's phenomenal. He keeps me in check. We have a lot of fun, and it's been great.
Speaking of being back in the state of Mississippi, you were at Ole Miss a few years back. Just what's it like, once again, being a part of the Egg Bowl rivalry, just by being on the Mississippi State side of it this time?
Can't believe it's not on Thanksgiving, but we'll play it on Friday, I guess. You know, no, it's exciting. A lot of respect for the rivalry and obviously the tradition that it is, and you know, we got a long way to go till then, and a lot to get done before then. But you know, really excited to be back in the state and a part of it.
All right.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Coach.
Appreciate you.